Oh gosh. So we're going to talk about something that is not really fun. We're going to talk about the price of not listening to your intuition, but we're going to take it a little bit deeper. We're going to talk about the cost of not loving yourself and expecting someone else to love you when you don't love yourself. Now, let me talk about that for a second. When you don't love yourself, you don't listen to red flags. When you don't love yourself, you don't listen to your body. When you don't love yourself, you put up with abuse, cheaters, liars, exploitation, deceit, that feeling that something's off, but you're not quite sure what. That, my friend, is your intuition. Okay, and I want to talk about that for a second, about how it relates to your pain and the cost of not knowing yourself enough to listen to your body to begin with. First of all, most of us don't know how to listen to our body, right? We have a dull ache that we ignore for 10 years and find out we're fucking dying, whatever the case may be. You know, that feeling you get whenever you get red flagged. Getting red flagged has a feeling to it. It's a sensation. You feel it in your body. It's an uneasiness. It's more than being triggered. Because when you're triggered, it's clear that you are triggered. But when you get a red flag, you're not just triggered, you're confused. Okay? Because here you have someone telling you one thing and doing another. Now, a lot of people are like, well, that's manipulation. All right. Let's talk about personal responsibility. It is your responsibility to know and love yourself. How do you do that? You know, accept and love your shadow and allow yourself to be seen in the process of healing and growth. And you accept perfection is a myth and a lie that we've been sold to by the media for eons. Okay? And these things keep us from embracing ourselves completely. Because you're still caught up on that one thing you did that one time that was just so embarrassing and terrible and humiliating. Or what someone else did to you, and you're not in your body saying, you know what, I love myself anyway, shadow and all. That's how you love yourself. Then you love yourself by listening to your body. Why? Because your body is a major source of your intuition, and it gets you out of the head. See, the head, your mind, I'm going to say the head is where the monkey mind. That place of unconsciousness, right? Where you are in the thinking mode versus an intuiting mode. You're living in your head and not your heart, but it's deeper than that because that's a cliche, guys. That is a fucking cliche. Oh, well, I follow with my heart. No. What you follow with is your intuition and your body. Is your body red flagging this motherfucker, this piece of shit who has repeatedly violated your boundaries by talking about having sex with other women and getting explicit about it, by repeatedly talking about or hinting around about threesomes or asking you directly? Or this guy who wants weird, perverse things like to be peed on? Guys, your body reacts. What I'm telling you, yes, is most of the people that you meet are operating from a trauma response, but even more than that, they are actively traumatized and damaged. Okay, and I hear you because you're such a good person. You're going, well, I'm damaged too. No, guys. If you have awareness, you can heal your damage. It's not going to ever be perfect. Think about it. Wherever there was a war and a bomb dropped, even if you don't see the effects of it, it's still residual, right? That shit's still down in the soil, deep down in the earth's core, right? But it can still replenish, right? Wherever there was bloodshed and war, there can still grow a flower 100 years later. Yeah, some things take a long fucking time to heal, but as long as you're on that path, I am talking about the people who are unaware. And we were unaware at one time, and I'm trying to move you past that right now. And what I'm getting ready to talk about is really going to trigger a lot of fucking people. But what I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to piss you the fuck off. But hear me out. You owe it to yourself. You are responsible for your own pain, self-inflicted or not. Why? Because if you didn't know and love yourself, shadow and all, completely, and listen to your body, your intuition, that's why it's your fault at the root, right? Because we always want to go, well, they really, really did do this to me. And I really, really am a victim of their cheating, lying, emotional exploitation, spiritual rape, right? Whatever it is they did to you. Your deepest core anger is that you didn't have the tools that you needed to help prevent this fuckery to begin with. That's why you're so angry. And that someone could take you, pure and good, and exploit you. A piece of shit. A piece of scum. Now, do I really want to call other humans scum? Yes, I do. Because psychopaths exist. Animal abusers, murderers, rapists of all kinds. Physical abusers exist, okay? Yes, in some long shot, ideal, utopic world, sure, they could get the proper healing they need. But that's not the society we're in, and that's not the kind of people that you want your kids fucking with. Let's just be honest about it. Now, having said all of that, you just have to take responsibility for your pain. I was fucked up in a fucked up situation. I thought I had healed all my trauma. I didn't think I had any fucking problems because I wasn't XYZ as a child. You know, a lot of you people out there think because you weren't fucking molested by pedophiles, because you weren't molested or something or raped as a child, that you didn't have it bad or that your trauma was not a big deal. We don't even think twice about our childhood, about our narcissistic parents and the bullshit they projected onto us, let alone societal conditioning and media programming, okay? We don't think twice about it, but we need to start fucking thinking about it, and we need to shift and create a new paradigm for new and improved conditions across societies near and far. That's my whole thing. To put an end to insecure attachment and to take those people who are insecurely attached and help them become ES, which is earned secure. It's when you earn your secure attachment by doing the things that I just listed previously. So guys, I hate to tell you, I hate to tell myself, it hurts so bad. I'm so fucking angry that so much of my own pain is my own fucking fault for not being able to see what a fucking evil piece of shit I was allowing in my life. Okay? And there comes a point when you fucking know they are scum of the earth. Abject scum. Pretending to be a good man through 2 Ramadans, the whole time lying to you and another woman from beginning to end of relationship, having sex with multiple people, unprotected and not telling you. Rape. Rapist. I feel my ex is a rapist. No, I'm not going to go press charges. You know, if I had an STD, you know, yeah, you know, maybe I wouldn't be able to press charges, but I would be able to take him to civil court for exploitation. And whether or not there are any laws for it, it's a matter of principle. However, that aside, I am responsible. You know, we are responsible. Just because you don't have the tools, again, you're responsible. That's why I tell everyone, teach children this stuff, how to recognize dark triad, teach children boundaries, respect their boundaries, and make them respect your boundaries. Have boundaries. We are a nation of helicopter parents, parenting out of guilt because mommy didn't have shit growing up as a kid, so she spoils her child and never tells them no and never takes her own space and her own time and her own belongings, never sets any boundaries. She grows up to learn, you know, nothing about boundaries. And when we have boundaries and we say, you know what, I told you that I don't want to hear that kind of language, and then they do it again to you, you know, done, you're done, you are out. And then we let them do it to us again and again and again and again and again. Guys, once you get to the point where you know that you're dealing with a dark triad, It all becomes your fault then. Get the fuck out. Stop being victimized. Stop allowing it. Stop bitching, moaning, whining, groaning, and complaining. Stop begging, groveling, and pleading. You have got to pull your shit together. And you have got to learn what it is to stand on your own 2 feet 100% completely, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically, and financially. And you have to learn how to love yourself deeply and profoundly for all your complete fuck ups, all the things you've done to be humiliated to yourself or to others, all the pain you've caused others. You have got to accept and love yourself through it. And then you have got to take responsibility. I see so many people in dark triad, relationships, narcissistically abusive relationships, whether that's a sociopath or a psychopath narcissist abuse, because they're different. They all have their levels. I don't know where I was with that, but I know it sucks. It hurts. It hurts whenever someone hurt you and part of the problem was you, for who you were, for showing up in that relationship and not having boundaries, not knowing self-love. Self-love is a fucking cliche. It has become a caricature of itself, the term and the concept. And what I aim to do is to teach you what the fuck it really means, because nobody fucking knows. Nobody has a fucking clue what self-love means. And I'm going to help you guys learn it. If you can handle my cussing. If not, find another teacher. So too bad, too sad. I'm not changing who I am in my delivery. Cannot do it. I am passionate about this subject, and this is how I deliver it. I will never be the woman that shows up and, pretending to be someone I'm not. And I still, cry sometimes. Someone could have done what they did to me, but I also cry for myself for allowing it to happen. And I don't want that for you. So we have to teach our children how to recognize dark triad, just like we teach them not to talk to strangers. I would love to say, you can talk to strangers. Yes, you can, within a safe container. But guys, even adults, I just read about a beautiful black pastor who went on a walk after visiting his family for Thanksgiving, and he disappeared. He's 76 years old, never to be seen again. Where did he go? Did an alligator get him? Was he kidnapped to be somebody's prey? Like, you hear about women being trapped in basements. Like, guys, it's not safe to talk to strangers. Stop fucking lying to yourself. We are in a epidemic of dark triad and psychopathy, pedophilia, rape, murder. We have to protect ourselves, and we have to protect our children. And, I might create a course for kids on dark triad recognition, because we have to become aware. And one of our biggest mistakes is creating insecure attachment in our children and just parenting without a thought, ignorant parenting, becoming a parent when you're not really ready, when you don't know what the fuck you're doing. If you don't know how to raise kids, you have no business having children. And it starts with attachment theory. And parents mollycoddling and babying their children, thinking that they're not spoiling them because they make them do chores or they send them to a private school where, they're basically starting their collegiate career in second grade doing, speeches in second grade. You know what I mean? Who does that? Catholic schools do that. My daughter went there. I saw her be at school at 7:30 a.m. and work until 10 p.m. exhausted. It's a fucking miserable life. So I did all that stuff, but I still had no boundaries with her. Gave her everything. Never told her no. Never held her accountable. Guys, this is the shit that raises narcissist children. This is the shit that raises a covert narcissist. And then the grandiose narcissist, that's the one who is abused. Anyway, I'm done. I want you to take responsibility for your fucking pain, and I want you to get the fuck out of your toxic relationship and stop watching manifesting videos for your, quote, special person, unquote, when you know that they are a lying, cheating piece of shit. I know that, Roxy Talks and, Jasmine Sear with Manifest with Jasmine and Sammy, whatever. I love these women. I really love these women. They have a lot of beautiful things to teach you. The least of which, though, is manifesting back a toxic motherfucker. Now, they should always come with a disclaimer, but they really don't. And most of these women are trying to manifest back pieces of shit because they don't love themselves and they haven't done the work. They don't know how to love themselves. No one ever taught them. So I'm going to teach you how to teach your kids to avoid dark triad, to set healthy boundaries, how to be a correct parent and create a secure attachment with your child so they're not a grown-up psycho. And no, I hear you. If you're like, oh, well, I have insecure attachment, I'm not a psycho. No, I get it. But all psychos are insecurely attached, period. Do you understand what I'm saying? So not all insecurely attached are psycho, but all psychos. When I say psycho, narcissists, sociopath narcissists, and the psychopath narcissists are all insecurely attached. Now, there is some hereditary factors involved with psychopathy. The other levels, when it comes to just the narcissism and the 3 levels I'm always talking about, that is almost 100% environmental. Okay, we can inherit certain attachment styles, right? But if our environment's correct, we can alter that, right? A lot of people don't understand that attachment theory and dark triad are also, it's an ancestral thing. Science has already proven that everything's in our genetics. Like if we experienced war, that PTSD will go down like through 3 generations. That's post-traumatic stress disorder. So I'm going to get off here. I'm done ranting. I know a lot of shit. I know a lot of people might want to call my bluff. I'm game. Anytime you want, I will have the conversation. If you want to argue about dark triad or attachment theory, I'm right there. I'm right there with you. And if we agree to disagree, that's fine with me too. But don't come at me like I don't know what I'm talking about. A lot of this stuff is it's passed down generationally, but most of it is environmental. So that's it. Take responsibility for your pain, own it, revel in it, flesh it out, make the fucking best of it that you fucking can, and heal. Allow yourself to heal. Stop the trauma bond. Stop the cycle. Okay? Baby steps. I know how hard it is.